Well, students, last time we started with the chapter electricity and we have covered the topics electric current, electric charge, properties of electric charges, quantization of the charge, then magnitudes of the charge and mass on the electron, protons and neutrons, atomic mass unit. Then we are familiar with electric current, we have done the definition, then formulas, the cause of the flow of the charges, the unit for the current for the charge, definition of 1 ampere, and some of the formulas. And I told you that in the next lecture we will take up the numericals on these three formulas. So I'm here with the numericals. First, I'm dealing with the numericals based upon the formula Q is equal to N into E. Just look at the formula first. This formula contains three physical quantities: charge, number of electrons, and charge on electron. Out of these three, this charge on the electron is already a constant quantity. Clear? Now, we are left with the charge on the object and the number of free or excessive electrons. That means out of the three, one is already a constant that we don't have to find, and we are living with only two things: charge and the number of electrons. So in each of the question, either charge will be given or the number of electrons will be given, and the other one you have to find. One more thing over here is, as we have done the quantization of the charge in the last video, this n must be an integer. There is a condition in this formula that the number of electrons should always be an integer. We'll have the numericals on that condition also. So I'm starting with the numericals. First numerical is, I'm reading the statement: find the number of free electrons required to make a charge of 1 coulomb. Student, this numerical as such come a number of times in the final examination. So that's why I'm putting hash on it. Find the number of free electrons. Whenever you have to solve any numerical, first of all write down what is given and what you have to find. Clear? So in this case, you have to find the number of free electrons. That means number of electron is to be found. First thing, to make a charge of 1 coulomb. Charge is already given, that is 1 coulomb, and the charge on 1 electron is a constant quantity, that is 1.6 10 power minus 19. So if I use the formula Q is equal to N into E, N we have to find, so N will be equal to Q by E. Charge is 1 coulomb. Charge on 1 electron is 1.6 10 power minus 19. 1 upon 1.6, this will be equal to 0.625, and this 10 power minus 19 will move in the numerator and this will become plus 19 over here. Clear? Now, according to the scientific notation, we must have the decimal point after the first non-zero number. That means instead of 0.625, the answer must be written as 6.25. To convert this 0.625 into 6.25, we have to multiply and divide with 10. If I multiply this 0.625 with 10, this will become 6.25. And if I divide this 10 raised to power 19 by 10, this will become 10 raised to power plus 18. Now moving to so these are the number of free electrons required, that is 6.25 10 power plus 18 to make a charge of 1 coulomb. Next question is, find the number of free or excessive electrons. This is a symbol for electron. Instead of writing the complete electron, we can write this E as such. Find the number of free electrons required to make a charge of 48 coulomb. Now, how much charge we have to form? 48 coulomb. So first is the charge is 48 coulomb. E is already a constant, that is the charge on electron. I'm taking the magnitude of the charge. That's why I'm putting the positive sign over here. Clear? Whenever you have to solve the numericals, the sign must be positive. Number of free electrons you have to find. Again, using the same formula, Q is equal to N into E, or N is equal to Q by E. Now, putting up the values of Q and E over here, I will get Q is 48. It is given already. And E is 1.6 10 power minus 19. Again, dividing this 1.6, the 10 of this point will come over here and make it 480. by 16, and this 10 power minus 19 in the numerator will become 10 power plus 19. 16 3s are 48, so this will become 30 into 10 power 19. To convert it into the scientific notation, I have to divide with 10 and multiply with 10. Dividing by 10, this 30 will become 3.0 and this 19 will become 20. So many electrons, that is 3.0 into 10 power 20 electrons are required to make a charge of 48 coulombs. Now moving on to the next numerical. How many excessive electrons are required to make a charge of 144 10 power minus 10 coulomb? Now the charge is sorry students, 144 10 power minus 10 coulomb. Q is 144 10 power minus 10 coulomb. Charge on electron is constant, and you have to find how many excessive electrons. That means you have to find the number of free electrons. So again, Q is equal to N into E, N will be equal to Q by E. Q is already given 144 10 power minus 10. E is constant 1.6 10 power minus 19. 16 9s are 144. So after cancellation, this will become 90 over here. And this 10 power minus 10 in the numerator and 10 power minus 19 in the denominator. If I take this minus 19 in the numerator, this will become plus 19. And you will get 10 to the power minus 10 plus 19. That will be 9 over here. So 90 into 10 to the power 9. To convert it into the scientific notation, I have to multiply and divide with 10. Dividing 90 by 10 will make it 9.0. And multiplying with 10 over here will make it 10 to the power 10. So many electrons, that is 9 into 10 to the power 10 electrons are required to make a charge of 144 into 10 to the power minus 10 coulombs. Moving on to the next one. Find the charge on object which contains 20 excessive electrons. In this question, number of electrons are given and find the charge. Charge you have to find. So charge you have to find. Number of free electrons are 20. E is already a constant. Clear? So we know that Q is equal to N into E. Clear? Putting up the values of N and E. N is 20, E is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. 16 2s are 32. And this 20, 1.6 will become 16 by 10. 0 will get cancelled out over here. And you will have 32 into 10 to the power minus 19. To convert it into the scientific notation, this will become 3.2 10 to the power minus 18 coulombs. So the charge because of 20 free electrons will be 3.2 10 to the power minus 18 coulombs. Next question is, find the charge obtained. So that means you have to find the charge. Find the charge obtained by 50 free electrons. So number of free electrons are already given, 50 on an object. Number of free electrons are 50. Charge on one electron is already a constant. You have to find the total charge. Again, using the same formula, Q is equivalent to N into E, putting the values of N and E, that is 50 and 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. You will get 80 into 10 to the power minus 19. And converting it into the scientific notation, you will get 8.0 10 to the power minus 18 coulombs. Well students, next is the charge of, no, I've told you that in the formula Q is equal to N into E. Before starting with this numerical, let me tell you, in the formula Q is N into E. I told you that this is already a constant. We have to deal with these two things. And there is a condition on this N, that N should always be an integer. So depending upon this integer value, we can have the numericals like this one. Is the charge of 3.2 10 to the power minus 25 coulomb possible? So what we are going to do is, charge is already given, 3.2, which we have to verify. Clear? We will find the number of free electrons. If the number of free electrons comes out to be an integer, then that charge is possible. And if that value comes out to be in fractions, then that charge is not possible. So let's solve the numerical. E is a constant. Q is already given 3.2 10 to the power minus 25. Number of electrons we have to find. Q is N into E. N will be Q by E. Q is already given 3.2 10 to the power minus 25. E is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. Dividing these two, 16 2s are 32. 2 over here and minus 25 in the numerator, this will become plus 19. You will get 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. And if I open up this one, this will become 0.5 times 0 then 2, which is a fraction. So this charge is not possible because the number of electrons come out to be in fraction. This charge is not possible as n is a fraction. Then next numerical, can a body contain charge of 6.4 10 to the power minus 15 coulombs? Let's see. Again the charge is given. We will find the number of electrons, and depending upon the value of n, we will say that whether this charge is possible or not possible. Now E is already a constant, charge is given, number of electrons we have to find. Clear? Now Q is equal to n into E. Charge, number of electrons, charge on one electron. N will be equal to Q by E. Q is 6.4 10 to the power minus 15 and charge on one electron is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. Dividing these two, you will get 4 and 10 to the power minus 15 in the numerator, and this 10 to the power minus 19 will move to the numerator, will become plus 19. I will get 10 to the power 4 over here. 4 into 10 to the power 4, that will give you 4 then 4 zeros, that is 40,000, and 40,000 is an integer. Because n is integer, so this charge is possible. So depending upon the value of n, whether that comes out to be integer or fraction, we can confirm that that amount of given charge is possible or not. Next is, now I'm moving to the next formula. Numericals based upon the formula I is Q by T that we have done in the definition of current, electric current. Rate of flow of charge is current. And if I put up the value of Q over here, this will become N into E by T. So I'm going to have the numericals on the basis of these two formulas. First I'm taking this one. The first question is, what will be the amount of current? So right from the first line, we conclude that we have to find the value of current. Read the question like this. Clear? Keep on writing. We have to find current produced if the charge of, now charge is given 200 coulombs. So write down charge is 200 coulombs. Passes through given cross section of wire. If we have a wire like this, the charge moves from point A to B like this in 5 seconds. Time is already given 5 seconds. So time is given, charge is given, current you have to find. We know the formula, this one, I is Q by T. Q is 200 and time is 5. So dividing 200 by 5, I will get 40 ampere. That means when a charge of 200 coulomb flows through the wire in 5 seconds, that produces a current of 40 amperes. Now moving on to the next numerical, charge of 50 coulomb, that means charge is given. So charge is 50 coulomb is producing the current of 2 ampere. Current is 2 ampere in a wire. Find the time. Now we have to find time. Time we have to find. Clear over here? Find the time taken by excessive electrons to pass through the wire. So again I'm going to use the same formula. I is Q by T, in which we have to find T. T is Q by I. Q is 50. I is 2. So this will gives you 25. 50 by 2 is 25 seconds. So 25 seconds are required by the electrons or the charge carriers to move across the length of the wire to produce current of 2 ampere by the 50 coulomb of charge. Now moving on to the next one. An object contains 30 free electrons. So underline this one first. Number of free electrons are 30. That means N is already given over here. Which pass through given wire in 4 seconds. Time is given 4 seconds. find the current. So current we have to find. So first we have to look up the formula which relates current with the time and number of free electrons. Now I'm moving on to the second formula, this one. Number of free electrons, time and current. So we will have I is Q by T, Q is N into E by T. From here, if I compare this I with this NE by T, I have to find the value of T. Clear? So T will be find the current produced. So in this case, we have to find the value of current. Sorry, it should be like this: current and time. Now, I put up the values of N, E and T. N is 30, E, that is a constant quantity, 1.6 10 power minus 19, and time is 4 seconds. 4 will come over here. If I can convert this 1.6 to remove the fraction, this will become 16 by 10, and 30 by 4 will come over here, and 10 power minus 19 as such. 4 will cancel out with 16, give you 4, 1 0 will cancel out over here, 4 3s are 12, 10 power minus 19. Now to convert it into the scientific notation, I have to divide with 10. This will become 1.2 and multiply this with 10. This will become 10 power minus 18. So the electrons or the charge will move, 30 electrons will move through the wire in 1.2 10 power minus 18 seconds. This is current amperes. So which means that 30 free electrons passes through the wire in 4 seconds to produce a current of 1.2 10 power minus 18 amperes. Now the next one is find the number of free electrons. So we have to find the number of free electrons, and we have to find which on passing through a wire in 20 seconds. Now time is 20 seconds. Produce a current of 50 amperes. Current is 50 amperes. So you need to get the value of N, T and I is given. So we have the formula I is NE by T. N will be IT by E. Now putting up the values of I, T and E, we get I is 50, T is 20 and E is already a constant, 1.6 10 power minus 19. Now 5 2s are 10, 2 zeros over here, and the 0 because of this 1.6 will make it 10,000 by 16, and this 10 power minus 19 from the denominator will move to the numerator to make it 10 power plus 19. If I divide 10,000 by 16, this will give you 625 and this will become 10 power plus 19. To convert it into the scientific notation, I have to divide with 100 to make it 6.25 and multiply with 100, and that will make it 10 power 21. So 6.25 10 power 21 electrons are required to produce a current of 50 ampere which passes through the wire in 20 seconds. Moving on to the next one. Find the current produced. That means you have to find the current. Current you have to find in a wire containing 5 excessive electrons. The number of electrons are 5. And passes through the given cross section of wire in 10 seconds. So time is given 10 seconds. You have to find current. We know the formula for the current. I is NE by T. Just put up the values of NE and T. N is 5. E we know that constant value, and time is 10. So 5 is to 16. 1.6 will give you 8 upon 10, 10 power minus 19. Now this will become, if I divide this 10 power minus 19 with this 10, this will become 10 power minus 20. So current of 8 into 10 power minus 20 produce when 5 electrons moves through the wire in 10 seconds. Then comes the next one. How many electrons are required to produce how many electrons? That means number of electrons you have to find. To produce a current is given 200 amperes which passes through the given cross section of the wire in 20 seconds. Time is already given 20 seconds. So number of electrons you have to find, time is given, current is given. We know that again I is NE by T. N will be equal to IT by N. Just look over here. We have to find number of electrons. So number of electron is IT by E. That is the charge on one electron. So putting up the values, I is 200, T is 20, and E is 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Dividing this 200 into 20 will become 40,000 by 16, 10 power minus 19 will become 10 power plus 19 in the numerator. And dividing these two, you will get 250 10 power 19. To convert it into the scientific notation, we will multiply and divide with 100. Dividing 250 with 100, we will get 2.50, and multiplying this 19 with 100 makes it 10 power 21. Number of electrons are unitless. You don't have to put up the unit over here. Just like in case of current it is ampere, in case of charge it is coulomb. So over here you don't have to put up the units. So students, this was all about the numericals based upon the formula Q is equivalent to NE and I is Q by T. In the next lecture, we'll take up the topics of resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity, and Ohm's law. That is a very important topic. Have a good day.